Okay, I think we're live. I'm actually on time for once, which is kind of crazy. But we're waiting for the Enduro to start in about a couple minutes. Just about a couple minutes. So let me do my advertising before it starts. Crazy, ain't it? Crazy that I can do that since I'm on time. Alright, let's see. Oh. Accidentally pinged the wrong roll. Let's see, last one. Actually, no, that's a lie. One more. Okay. We can leave that in the background since we'll need to change that later. Okay. There we go. I am excited for this Grand Enduro. It's I think it's the first one with hidden paths. So it'll be interesting how it turns out. Oh, the one path seems difficult. Oh, hold on. There we go. So we're gonna try and do one without the difficult path. And then we'll start fishing for actual good times. I don't know if I'm going to try to do that path in rounds or not. I guess we'll see how it is, because I haven't attempted it before. I only saw it in the GPS. But I do think this Enduro has a lot of potential. Alright, let's try it. It's further left than I thought. Yeah, I don't have the best angle for this. Alright, let's try again, but we set up properly. Also, my start was awful, so that's something else we need to fix potentially. I wonder how much time it actually saves. Whoops. Not ready for wood wall. Yeah, this is tricky. I don't think I'd do it in rounds, but... Yeah, I think if you hit it well, it saves time, but... that's a tall ask for me. Alright, since we have a really good start, I'm just gonna go the regular way for this one. And then we're gonna set up for the booster. Okay, you don't want to take all that sand. So we still saved some time after, but the sand was really bad, so that's alright. Okay, even better start here. Unfortunate. Yeah, I just want to get a good run without the tricky shortcut path first, and then we'll try it. Since I suspect most other people in this quali can't do it either. At least not consistently. Okay, a bit better. If I fail the turn. Oh, I had a good start too. Okay. That should be a decent time. Yeah, it could be better, but not bad. Those times from the upper echelon of players are insane though. Yeah, I guess the shortcut does save a lot of time, presumably. Just because you get a lot of speed off it. Alright, let's try it. Never mind. I set up too wide. Okay. About halfway done. you want to jump like that. It needs to be a little more smooth. Oh, you get way more speed there. Okay, yeah, if you hit it clean, time difference makes sense. Also, why is my start so much quicker this time? Yeah, sorry, I gotta go to Safeway for this one. And it's just, the start was way too good to not just take the PB. Like, look at that. 1.5 seconds? Crazy. And it might be enough to secure Div 2 for me. I mean, it's almost Div 1 time currently. I'm not sure how I went that fast in the start. I like picked up crazy speed. I'm not sure why. I clipped the top. Something like that, maybe. Whoa! Gonna have to be able to control it after, though. Clip the tree. I was hoping to get at least one time with the shortcut, but it might be too difficult. It might be too difficult for me. I might be skill issued. We almost got it there, but we exited a little too low. Oh, there's the good start I'm looking for. It's just going super inside. Oh, I'm really fast. Let's just secure that div 2. Never mind. I think in order to get div 1 we need the shortcut time. So maybe we can get it. We'll see. Because it looks like div 2 is pretty solidly secured at this point. Oh my god. Why do I keep going wide there? Okay. Good start. Lost gear 4. Not bad, but not great either. Oh, almost. The exit was a little rough, but other than that, it was good. I wonder if anyone's gonna go for that shortcut in rounds because it seems difficult. Difficult to do consistently. Okay, that's it. I mean, we're Div 2. Good for us. It's about where we've been past for a while now, actually. So, Div 2, 83 is the quality rank, which is really good. Might be our new PB, I think. It's up there. Okay. Let's see how the Enduro goes. Oops. How many divs today? That is a good question. Probably only like 5 or 6, if I had to guess. We'll rage quit and watch pros in Div 1. Nah, bro. Oh, I think Div 1 will be very interesting today. To be completely fair, Div 1 will probably be pretty interesting today. You must seek the glory yourself. Okay, here we go. Watch me crash the start. Surely no one goes for the shortcut in Div 2. It's so risky. Okay, no one. It looked like no one did. Oh, someone crashed there, really? Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty intense track for the Enduro. It's gonna be pretty hard not to crash. I'm gonna tell y'all that up front. We're gonna have a couple nasty crashes. I mean, I've already come close a few times. I have good pace. I have really good pace on this map. So that's good news. Kind of keeping up with first here. There's the crash we were talking about. Not bad though. Not a bad crash at all. That is a crash we'll absolutely take. Because I could have gone much, much worse. Ooh, that's not good though. We lost our pace. So we're gonna lose some spots to that. So this lap has had some mistakes. To say the least. But nothing we can't recover from. Nothing we can't recover from at all. I crashed. That was an actual oh my god. Okay, fine, we'll take that. Well, we went from top 10 to 38th real quick. That's okay. I won't be the only one to crash. And again, we have really good pace, so I'm not too concerned about it. But I have to stop making mistakes. It's actually getting really bad. Flew too close to the sun. Yeah, the secret is just holding fourth gear there. Because that gains you a lot of time in the rest of the map. And slowing down for the reactor is fine just because you get so much speed off it. Oh, lost fourth. It's okay. locking in. We're gonna perform better than last week. I think last week we didn't do too hot. It wasn't a style of track that I'm particularly adept at. This is more my flow, but obviously I'm not performing too hot right now. I started off well. My pace is good, I just need to not crash. I just need to stop crashing. Be consistent. I can't believe a lot of people are not going for the reactor. The reactor gives you so much speed. Okay. We're gonna lose a lot of spots to that. Seems in this part of the pack now people are picking it up, so maybe it's just people in the back weren't for some reason. I mean, I guess that makes sense. They're in the back for a reason. Either you crash like me, or they're not doing the right strats. Okay, not great in the wood. That's okay. Okay, it's fine. Now we're doing a bit better. As I said, our pace is really good. Our pace is genuinely really good on this map. It's just an issue of consistency. Okay, that could have gone much worse. We'll take that. Almost lost control there. Again, that could have gone much worse. I'll lose speed, but we're alive, so can't complain. Lost gear 4. Alright, we'll probably lose a spot then. Yeah, a couple spots. Hit the wall. Maybe should have reset, or yeah, maybe should have respawned there. Pretty rough place to crash. Lemon, what happened to horse? Anyway, what's up? We're locking in, or we're trying to on this Enduro. My pace is good, my consistency is bad. Lemon horse, I see. Yeah, I want to rant about a topic, but I feel like this time I have to like actually lock in. This course is pretty intense. Or track, rather. Let's see what I even ran about though. Positive rant. I watched, what was it? Last night I watched 100 Meter. What a great movie. That was such a good movie. Finished your finals for school this week? So you're done now, or you have like the next week still? Either way, you got that summer break, that's nice. I miss having summer break. This week you still have school, but you might be able to stay home. So your classes had finals, but school's still going for another week? Interesting. I feel like most people would just not go to school then. They already finished like all their actual classwork. I feel like when I went to high school, it was like you had finals and then you had maybe one day, like half day, after finals were over, and then summer break. But maybe things have changed, I don't know. Because middle school doesn't have finals on the last days. I see. Interesting. Yeah, I think I only really ever had one day of post-finals school, but that was a while ago, so who knows how things have changed. Also, I'm getting lapped. First place is lapping me, no. Oh, he's not taking the reactor. What the? I mean, surely it's slower to not take it. I think he's just making it up elsewhere. Oh, slight crash. Should be fine though. Yeah. Yeah, I do remember once I this is the exact opposite of your situation, but once I had to, I was a TA in college, and I had to proctor a final on Christmas Eve because for some godforsaken reason we went past Christmas Eve or we went up to Christmas Eve morning that semester. Awful. Everyone was so miserable. I was like, I don't want to be here either. I'm here because I'm getting paid to proctor it. But how is TED 95 always Div 2 and always wins? You know, that's a good question. Also, this... Oh, thank God there's a double respawn. What an awful crash. Wait, you get so much speed from that double respawn because you don't hit the reset. Okay, interesting. You know, I haven't noticed TED 95. Well, I think I saw him win once, but yeah, he does seem to be pretty consistently Div 2. I think Div 2 normally it's normally pretty competitive for like the top two though, or the top places. So it's definitely not free for him. Well, now the pack's getting spaced out. I'm in 16th though, which is not bad by my standards. I think in the back half of this Enduro we can catch some people. Author time, author laps, yeah. I think it's... I don't understand why it's like author laps in the weekly grand / Enduro. But... I mean, we're gonna get it every time from finishing the Enduro, so... I mean, I guess the AT isn't really like a real AT. Especially in scenarios like last week's map where they purposely have the bots go into the pit. The author ghosts go into the pit to clear the track up a little bit, so it's not too crowded. So, I guess it's not really a real author time anyway, right? It's like, if you can get the reactor down as you jump there, that's so good, but it's like very difficult to get. It's like very close to running out by the time you get there. But if you're very precise, you can get it, for sure. Okay, I think I'm catching someone finally. Might have needed to respawn there, but alas, I gotta live with the consequences. Okay, somehow I didn't lose spots. I think I just got lapped a bunch. Actually, somehow I end up catching up to 15th. I was catching someone. Somehow I did catch someone, despite that. Okay. Gotta lock in and stop crashing again. Definitely the right call to respawn though. That was an unfortunate crash. I don't even feel like that one was really my fault. I was actually so fast there. The line became wonky. Okay, so now 6 seconds to the next player. And of course I got 17 right on me. Gonna go for now? Alright, see ya. Looks like 15 crashed. I missed the reactor though. I had such a terrible line to go into it that I just couldn't take it. But now I'm close to 14. What's happening? Oy. Thank God that double respawn's very nice. Miss a checkpoint. How do you miss a checkpoint? Really not sure how you missed the checkpoint on this map. Let's see. What checkpoints could he possibly miss? Probably the one after the plastic. Yeah, you can't miss that one. That's gotta be the one here. No, even that seems like, how do you miss that? Yeah, I don't know how you missed the checkpoint, bro. We gotta catch back up. I do need to talk about how good that movie I watched last night was. 100 Meter. Fantastic movie. I read after, I looked at some reviews because I was like, wow, how did no one talk about this? And apparently he was very inspired by Ping Pong the animation, which makes so much sense. Because it definitely derives a lot of like the same themes and same feeling of like how difficult it is to be at the top. But also like how difficult it is to stay motivated when it feels like you've stagnated and there's no further you can go. And that fear that you might never improve again. That you've already reached your peak. I don't know what I did there. Oh my god. Bro. I don't know how I managed to crash that badly. We'll catch people. We'll catch back up. No. Yeah, what a movie. A lot of it was rotoscope, which is interesting because actually I think almost all of it was rotoscoped, which is a very interesting animation choice. It definitely lent to its art style. And yeah. I mean, obviously the standout scene is the finale of Act 2, the race in the rain. It's that long panning shot up until that finish where the rain just drowns out everything as Togashi loses like his motivation to improve after getting beaten so hard by the person that he trained. It's just a great movie. Highly recommend. It only came out like like half a year ago maybe? No, it's relatively new. definitely made me, I might watch the author's, or, well, the writer's other work, the mangaka's other work, which is on the Movement of Earth, which I've heard is very good. I just haven't had motivation to watch it, but after watching 100 Meter, I am very interested in his works. Because his character writing was so fantastic in 100 Meter. Like Togashi's whole arc, Kaido coming in the last act and just stealing the show. But yeah, such a good movie. I knew it'd be good, I didn't think it'd be that good. Like, I had heard it was very good, but I didn't think... It surpassed my expectations, and my expectations were already... not, like, super high, but, you know, high. Like, I was expecting a good movie. And I got a fantastic movie. Getting lapped by number 11, and I'm 16. That's amazing. Or no, maybe I just got passed. Well, I'll pass back. It's okay. Okay, somehow I kept speed there. I feel like I shouldn't have, but I'll take it. Okay, catching up to number 15. Okay. Not long left. Not long left in this one. I would say this is probably, driving wise, this is one of the best Enduros we've had. Not like me personally driving wise, but like the course. I would say this is one of the best Enduro maps we've had. So, you know, congrats to the mapper on that. Of course, nobody's attempting this shortcut, the difficult shortcut in this division. So maybe my thoughts would change if it was like mandatory to hit that, because that shortcut's very hard. Well, it's not even like a shortcut, it's more like a side cut that gets you a lot more speed. Okay. Catch number 15 finally. Definitely catch up to 14. After that, it's gonna be a little sus. Gotta double respawn that. That's okay though. We get speed here as a trade-off. It's not the worst thing in the world. Still probably slower overall, but the reactor staying on for that whole respawn helps so much. Oh, it passed. Nice. Things worked out. Okay, slate wall hit. Oh, unfortunate crash for whoever was next to me. Alright, we got 9 seconds in between us and next place. 13th place, which is quite a lot. So, I'd say it's probably unlikely that we... Oh, never mind, something happened, somebody else crashed. Now it's only 4 seconds. Okay, that's a lot more doable. I was about to say, I think we're just gonna need to hold the line here, but looks like we could catch up. But we gotta play well for the rest of this track, the rest of the race here. Okay. Yeah, not much is left here. Not making a lot of progress each lap, so... Oh, never mind. There goes that. Might have lost a spot. Nope. But... it's gonna make it much harder to pass anyone else, that's for sure. almost crashed. That would have been unfortunate. Okay, we're kind of catching up, but we only have 4 laps to go. So I'm still doubtful that we can do it now. But you never know, there might be a crash. Speaking of crashes, let's not crash ourselves, you know. That's a little spooky. Just a little spooky. Looks like first place just finished. Wow. Strong performance by Ted today. Still got a couple laps to go. Seeing many people crashing. Okay. Last lap. Let's close it out. Make it a good one. Looks like we're gonna cruise in the 14th, which is pretty good by our standards. I think last week we got like 30th, so we'll absolutely take 14th. Hopefully don't lose it last second. I think we'll be fine. Boom. People were right behind me. I'm not sure if they were lapped or not. No, they weren't. Okay. Yeah, we're good. GG's. Strong performance. Looks like 41 players are still in racing. Ted too good for Div 2. He might be too good for Div 2. Better get Div 1 next week, bro. I think maybe Div is just not that good at time attack, but he's pretty good at Enduro, obviously. 40th. So last player here just finished. Alright, well that's the end of the Enduro. Quick one today. Not too crazy. Alright. Oy, oy. I mean, we could try and make a track. Could try the community shorts too. Maybe we'll do that today. We'll try out the community shorts. We'll play some community shorts while we wait. Is that supposed to be a bug slide? Yeah, I think I was just doing like random maps for fun, and I ended up getting one once. Okay. Not gold. The gearing on this is crazy. Kind of reminds me of that Gear Hill map I made. That's probably gonna torture whoever tries to play it. Because the gears on that map, oh my lord. Where we're going, we don't need gears. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah. Community Shorts AT has hands. I'm willing to admit that. Okay, slight improvement. Need to get a second somehow. We want the AT. But that's gonna be pretty tricky if I had to guess. Okay. Now we're 0.4 away, just about. AT seems like it's a pretty strong time. Okay. AT should definitely be doable, but it's gonna be tricky. Almost tied with their PB. Yeah, I think the secret is that downhill there. Getting that well. Okay, PB. Still 0.3 away, just about. ATs are certainly more difficult than the regular weekly shorts, that's for sure. Yeah, I consider myself decent at dirt, but this map, this AT, it's pretty tricky. Yeah, we might just move on to the next one at this point. I want to like grind this one map for the entire intermission period here. I will, very well might if I try to get this AT. Yeah. Let's move on. Okay. Okay, definitely jump straight towards this checkpoint. That's a difficult tech turn. This is a tech map for sure. Okay. Let's see what to do here. I'm struggling with just the first checkpoint. obviously don't want to full crash there, but I need to line up correctly. So, getting a clean line after a first checkpoint's difficult too. There must be a way you can jump it, though. Like, it looks so jumpable. Okay, at least we've gold. But getting AT is going to require us to actually hit proper lines here. Which has seemed to be a challenge. I think it's really going to come down to hitting that. Okay. We have a second to go on this one before AT. Oh, almost. Full stop there, yeah. Need to do that without a full stop. Like so, but now... just can't get the angle I want there. I'm almost worried there's a secret path here at this jump, right? I don't know why, but it just feels like somehow you wall ride it, but obviously you don't. Oh, yay. Might move on again in a moment, because I'm having a lot of difficulty improving. I almost kind of want to see a GPS, although obviously the point of the shorts is there's no GPS. Because I need to see how they're taking these turns. I guess I could look at the records. Alright. Oh, they're still secret. Oh, this is current week? Interesting. Guess it's current week. Alright, well, we got another improvement. I think we'll just move on. Tough map. Alright, let's see. On edge. I want to avoid this then. Feel like I'm missing something. What? Okay. I feel like I don't really get this one. Hold on. Headphones need charge. Okay. 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 Let's see. Alright. I'm back. This checkpoint is so difficult. This is a difficult map, that's for sure. Very hard AT too. Yeah, that AT's cooked. Unless I'm missing something, but... No, I mean, I'm sure I'm missing something. But it seems very cooked. Almost gold. Not quite. Oh, if you're fast enough, you can jump up there. That's what I'm missing. So... Okay, failed the ending. But now I get it. Now I see how to author time as possible. Alright, we might take a lunch break real quick before a weekly short start, because I am hungry. Didn't have breakfast today. I got half of a meatball sub waiting for me. I believe there's a way to start a countdown on YouTube, so I'm gonna try that in a sec. Just trying to get one more PB here. Oh my god, I forgot the course. Alright, we'll give it one more minute. If I can't hit it, I can't hit it. I forgot the course again. Okay, let me put a 15-minute countdown on the YouTubes. Now, how do I do that? I know I saw a way. Dashboard. Okay. not sure. I'm not sure how to put a countdown through YouTube Studio. Cause I need to I need my let's see. So I need to put this in my encoder. Browser source. Huh. Then what? I don't think the countdown thing's going. Huh. Well, that's alright. I've built in one through OBS. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just make it a countdown to the weekly shorts. So until then, I'll be back shortly. I just need a bite to eat. Alright. That's alright. Alright, be right back. Alright, we're back. I removed the countdown. Just a couple minutes before we get to see the weekly shorts. Let's see. Oh yeah, and last week was pretty good. I missed some secret strats on map 2, but they seem very difficult, so I don't even know if I'd hit it. So I'm interested to see the records. We'll see. We shall see. Alright. 30 seconds. And come on. 10. Alright, boom. New weekly shorts. Let me just change the thumbnail. Real quick. Let's see, change, downloads. There we go. Week 77. Okay, just refreshing to make sure. Yep, it's changed. You can get rid of YouTube Studio now. Alright. Before we start week 77 now, jeez. We gotta take a look at the records from last week, which I think will be interesting. Oh, Bren. I don't think I've ever seen Bren play a weekly short before. Okay. Oh, little side jump there. Technically pretty far behind, but much cleaner and... yeah, so no surprises, just much cleaner than what we were doing. It seems like everyone's set up wide except for, I assume, Shios, who won, and Techie, who was behind. Interesting. Okay. Alright, now we got Look Pro, Go Slow, and I indeed went slow. The Pro strat was hidden enough I didn't spot it, and then I don't think I would have hit it anyway, so... yeah, jump here, bounce, and into the finish. So no surprises if you're new to strat, but very cool strat for a weekly short map. Now with the pathfinding map, let's see what the records are like on it. This one was a very good pathfinding. We're actually not that far behind. I was expected to be further. So we had the right start, but they go for this. Oh, one person's doing something else. But they go for the upper pipe. Hamster's back just in time. Yeah, one player did something else entirely. Is that the record? Also, there's a tie for second and third. No, it's not the record. Records with everyone else, just slightly cleaner. Who is it? Alright, which way are you going, Zug? Land, go up the hill, Grab the booster. Grab this booster. The fact that it's a completely different route is like almost fast, almost equally as fast. It's kind of crazy. And also the fact that I feel like it could have been better. So maybe that's the faster strat, just no one else could execute it. Alright, now I got escape route. Somehow people are 0.6 ahead of me. And that's like a full speed skill issue on my part. Yeah, it's just full speed. Just get the speed slides into the finish. So, probably the weakest map of last week. And now we got Marble. I already knew I'd not do well in this one. But I assume the records will be interesting. Yeah. Okay. Faster not turn around, huh? Yeah, they do like a bug slide there almost. You got a 14.4. Well, it's much better than I could do. I don't know why, I just cannot do plastic rally. But let's start this week. We got the Spring Cyan by Gauze Trooper. Look, oh, okay. This looks like it'll be relatively simple. Alright, let's not fail the one turnaround this time. Yeah, so it's definitely jump up there. One checkpoint, map 3. That's always horrifying. Always horrifying when you see something like that on map 3. Okay. Yeah, pretty basic map 1. I do think you cut the grass in that last corner there. Barely got a PB there. And only because I finished more inside than my previous PB. Oh my god. I think we want something more substantial than less than 100. Okay. 400ths, that's an improvement. Not too much grass there. we go. Whole tent this time. Oh, top 50 world. We're on the right track, I suppose. Obviously, that's not going to last for very long, but... Fire map 5 pure skill. I don't like the sound of that. I have a feeling it's going to be like a pachinko machine map. Definitely not lying. Uh-huh, yeah. We'll find out when we get there, I suppose. Just barely landed too early. Oh! I can't believe that PV'd. Maybe it is faster not to cut through the grass. I could have sworn it'd be faster, but I guess not. It is tricky to get the inside finish when you do that, though. That's part of my reasoning. I wonder if it's possible... not really. At least in a way that actually gains time. I guess I did cut a little grass in my PB. #12th world on map 3? Okay. Actually, I should have kept that one going. I feel like it still had some speed. No, not worth it. Absolute bug slide. Okay. Alright, we'll try for like 2 more attempts, then we'll move on. I feel like that one PB I had before this one with the god jump there. I want that, but with the better end. But Looks like I'm gonna have to settle. Alright, last try. Gonna have to settle for this, I suppose. Yeah, alright. We'll give it a plus though. Alright, now we got what looks to be a tech map. It's a Fine Day by God's Miracle. Okay. That is indeed a tech map. Start is PF. Actually, most of it's PF, to be honest. Try going to the right. Don't think... Maybe right's faster? Yeah, that turn is a tech turn. The rest of it's PF, more or less. I keep crashing that turn for some reason. Tragic. Yeah, the upper finish is pretty difficult if you have speed. At least that's what I'm gonna cope. I'm gonna cope that because I keep crashing there. And I still haven't gotten a PV past my discovery run. As I crash every run. Yeah, I feel like upper finish is faster. Just lining yourself up for it is proven to be tricky. Hold on. Bam. Cool. Cool. Oh, what is this run? Okay. That felt very sus, but somehow, some way we got there. That did not feel like any part of that run should have survived. Still improvable though. I keep trying to go too inside on that turn. It's because I'm trying to set up for the jump, but I keep doing it. It's tricky. I'm just gonna go lower. Lower is only slightly slower, if at all. I assume upper is faster because it's more difficult, but maybe that's not true. Could be possible lower's faster. I mean, they look pretty similar in distance. Like the inside lower path. Oh, that seems tricky to get as well. Now I'm looking at it. Okay, we might move on in a moment. I don't know. I don't know what's better between the upper and the lower. Hate ring fins? Don't tell me you crashed a ring fin. Oh, how do I keep crashing that turn? Not crash, went in between on so many PVs. So just missed entirely, huh? Well, that was unfortunate. I don't know why I'm crashing so much on this course. Alright, I do think lower, well, lower right is definitely slower. Lower left might be quicker, but I don't know how to set it up. Well, I'm not really sure how to set up the upper finish either, so... Suppose that's... something there. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Our time's solid. Let's see, map number 3, Cliffside featuring Milton by Sand Cass. I saw a reactor, I think. I see many checkpoint ones, but you only need to pick up one. Also, there's a bug slide there. Or there's a finish there, rather. Which you can maybe bug slide into. Whatever. Alright. Let's just see all the paths first, then we'll figure stuff out after. Oh, hello. We'll take it. I thought it'd be a whole different path, but it looked back. Give it 13.41. Okay, okay. I'm gonna go this way now. Obviously the far finish isn't ideal. Not this way. No, there's no way. It's on the right. It has to be the close finish on the dirt. Yeah, it's a 13.4. I think what I did is on the right track at least. Hold on. More messages. Okay, interesting. Not fully convinced this way is better. It might be. I mean, it's more direct. It's just slow. That's all. Okay, 13.6. Why is there a reset block there, though? I'm a little concerned. I don't see a reactor anywhere. Well, besides the ending. So why is there a reset? Alright, what if I try to go the long way around and then loop back onto the left path? No, no way. Alright. Is there a hidden reactor somewhere? Cruise control? What the? Wait, what? Hold on. Maybe? I don't think so, but... I wasn't expecting cruise control, that's all. Maybe a decent speed going into the cruise control? That seems difficult. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that cruise control isn't faster. I'm just curious because I didn't notice it earlier. It doesn't set up nicely for the bug slide, so... Feels like there should be one more path somewhere, but I'm not seeing one. So I guess we're just gonna go bug slide maxing. Keep getting no slides. There's one more fin I'm missing? Really? So there is something I'm missing. Oh, over here. I see. I'm gonna go the long ways just because it's easier to set up this way. Well, if I don't like that fin though. I don't like that fin. Because you have a reactor up. If you had a reactor down going into it, it'd definitely be better. But because it's a reactor up, you stay airborne for too long. barely was touching the edge there. No turbos the faster inside line? Really? I don't know if I believe that, but sure. It's certainly the easier way. I just don't believe it's faster. Well, I guess if you can do it without drifting. Let's see if we can set that up. In a way that doesn't hit the wall. Messed up the jump. Okay, almost. Imagine I managed to get over the arrow sign though. If you could get over the arrow sign like that, then that's really fast. Okay, 13.18. There we go. Oh, almost sub 13. Now that's the nice time right there. Oh, close. Close to sub 13. Alright. Give it a plus. About time to move on. 13.17, so I'm slightly faster. Alright, industrial coastline. This is our fast map. Let's see what we got. Okay. Interesting one. By Obwinong, by the way. to be getting a lot of maps in the weekly shorts. The weekly update come earlier today? I don't think so. Unless, maybe it's like a time zone thing? Yeah, unless it's like a time zone thing. I mean, it didn't come earlier for me in the States. I know sometimes it changes because the time zone changes in Europe are different than the time zone changes in the United States. Like for daylight savings, rather. Because their daylight saving time starts earlier and ends earlier. Because of some event? I don't think so. You know, the only thing I can think of is if they came out earlier for you, maybe it's daylight saving time in your country or your state. It's different. Because if it doesn't line up with European daylight savings, then it causes things to move around a bit. Okay, close to sub 17 now. I think I need to be jumping higher there. Normally the new maps arrive at 2 PM, but they arrived almost an hour earlier for you. So you're on like British time? It didn't change from our perspective in the States. That's all I can tell you. So, unless you have daylight savings or something, I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know how I'm gonna save any more time here. Or rather, I don't know how I'm gonna save a whole 10th to get a sub 17. Oh, I clipped there, I think. Okay, much faster end. Almost. Almost had it. Not quite. Oh no, I went too wide. Oy, oy. I had it, but I went too wide. Okay. Might need to move on to the next map soon, but I really want this sub 17. Good start. No, went too wide in the end again. You did a nose boost in map 3? That's crazy. Alright, we're so close, but we just can't quite get this last, last 100th off. And we do have to move on to the next map soon. Alright, one more try. Alright, moving on. Good for a fast map though, good for a fast map. Alright, got Wound Malk. Uh-oh. I see. Okay. All skill, baby. All skill. Upper finish is crazy. Nope, right in between. Okay. 15-minute. Don't like that high bounce, but alas. Minute, 15-second. I'm not awake. Not completely awake. No, don't hit the blue! Damn. Oh, this could be good. Nope, landed on wheels. Could have been way better, but we hit our wheels. Which you don't want to do on a map like this. Oh, this might PV. Oh! No! Come on. No, I'm going right in between. Maybe? Kinda slow in the end. Didn't even get in the end either. Nope. Man, I really keep missing these finishes. Oh, this is a good bounce. Yeah, there we go. 13.59. No, too slow. Got bounced too sideways. Beat your PB by 0.12. Nice. Or 0.012 actually. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, please. Okay. Another PB. I thought it might be a little better, but slow down at the end. You hit a fin on 12.3 pace. That is very tragic. You got a 13.416. Nice. Okay. I need the RNG gods to bless me here. Almost. Oh no! Okay. Slow down a bit at the end. Ooh, 12.6. Not bad. Apparently still not great overall, which I'm actually a bit surprised about. Nice time indeed. I don't think I'm gonna get better than that in the next minute. And that's all the time I got before the cup of the day starts. Yeah, I got like one more try. still 12:59. Still 1 minute. Alright, last try for real. This isn't gonna do it. I got popped so high. Alright. Moving on to couple of day, but pretty good week. Just as good as last week, really. Alright, got uncalculated for Sunday Fun Day. Alright, let's see what this is. Okay. Yeah, this track feels a bit cursed. I think that's the joke, though. I think the joke is that it's cursed. The opposite of transitional or smooth, aka unsmooth. Okay. Very cursed. Very, very cursed map. Oh my god. Ugh. Now my wheels are wet too. No! This will be very interesting in rounds, that's for sure. We're almost at gold. For some reason, Elcon's really good at this map. What? Why is your time so good, Elcon? What is this? Everyone's giving it minus minus. I like the bit. It is painful to drive though, I will admit. But that is the point. The point is that it's painful to drive. Okay, we got gold. Let's go. Oh my god, Elcon's time got destroyed. What happened? I looked away. There must be like a cut. There's no way. I just have a feeling there's a cut somewhere. My cut senses are tingling. If it wasn't for that face plant, that was actually a pretty good run. $47.5? Yeah, there's a cut. There's 100% a cut. There has to be. Okay, whole second PB though. Very nice. Very, very nice. Of course, I'm not going to do as well as I did last week. I don't think I'm ever hitting that high of a legitimate Div 2 in Cup of the Day ever again. But we're going to do our best. I think maybe with one more improvement we can stay in the single digits. I don't think we'll stay in the single digits unless I improve. Or if I do, it'll be very close. Single digits division, by the way. Not placement, obviously. But I don't think I'm gonna improve again. Time's solid. Good start though. No! Oh my god, it even flipped me. I did that section so well in my PV. It's actually unreal how I did that. Insane star. Ah! My back wheel. What? Okay, hero run. Literally half the PBR I don't finish. Yeah, okay. the sausage block is just evil. Alright, well we are in the single digits, I think. I think we're div 9. I think. Hopefully. No, we're div 10. Damn. I knew it. I knew I had to get another improvement. Div 10. So just looking at the new ear clacks. Worst matchup we've seen in 1 billion years. Alright, time to lock in. Gotta be careful here. And I still... I don't know how I got the drift up there on my PV. Whoops. Oh, that's an awful place to respawn. Alright, gotta be careful there as well. Very careful. Well, it's a good thing this is the warm-up round. Alright, time for the real round. Apparently you're just ice cream man across the street, but can't. Gotta lock it for a couple of days. If I go out first round though, I'm going to try and grab it. fight. Oh, I think everyone's gonna fail this map horribly. Now that's how I have to back up and then get speed, jump it. Okay. Not a great round. Oh, oh god, that respawn's horrible. Oh, at least I didn't go out first round. Alright. If I'm out, I'm closing the stream with the quickness and then trying to grab the ice cream truck. And it's looking like I might be out. Just a sneaking suspicion. Actually, there's hope. Nope. Alright. GG's. Yeah, we're gonna skip on the weekly grind this week. Maybe I'll discover it as part of the warm-up round. But that's gonna be